Because you know how fucking hard-headed that motherfucker is, right?
So, just out of curiosity,
he's ready
right?
to tell you, you know what, Denzel, my fucking bad. All he wants in return is for you to do the same, so we can fucking move past this.
So,
And that's up to you. If you
I'm curious.
I truly don't give a fuck. But
Yeah,
I think
but
having animosity and like,
I am curious. I know what you're saying. No, I do get what you're saying. Absolutely, like you are right.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is right. Why BSK? Why now? You know, what do
that's what I said.
Like,
to him.
what do they want?
Yeah, I don't think they want anything.
Because
I might be naive though.
Obviously, I've been explained. So this is the way that I look at it, right? I've been explained the shit that went on with the Angels. Yeah, regardless of who was in the right or wrong, you know, they did some fuck shit, and whatever happened.
Yeah.
But we're then willing to, you know, I suppose, throw away a working business relationship that we have with the Angels, right? When we were actually benefiting a lot from being in a good place with that gang. Okay, I don't give a shit about the Angels. I couldn't give a fuck, right? You know what I mean? That doesn't make any difference. But they benefit.
What business though?
With Gold Rush, they benefited us with the Sionis. Yes, no, but I'll be honest, Winston. I run that with Patar, so you know, I know they haven't done stuff for ages, but you know, it's still, you know, I mean, it was still there in regards to that business relationship and that bridge. But yes,
I haven't wanted to speak, but it feels like this relationship with the Angels is a one-way street.
Oh no, absolutely, yeah, 100. No, I'm not saying it necessarily isn't, but regardless, okay. So there was some benefit to that relationship, okay.
No, look, we don't need to amends with BSK to. Bro, I said this too. Even if we come to like, if you and Denzel can squash this beef and move on, that doesn't mean I'm gonna be your friend or nothing. It's just that the animosity and the bad blood is in the past. What happens next? If we do business, great. If we don't, perfect. You know? And he said the exact same thing. He said, I just don't want this fucking beef with Denzel to be in the state.
The thing is, right?
You know?
I have no problem, and I never did, right?
I know.
And if that hadn't have been carried on, I would have been willing to work with them from the get go. There'd have been no problem. Unfortunately, the way that you know, people have gone about, the shit they've spread, and the lives they've continued to spew, unfortunately, has made me feel some kind of way.
I back you on that. Everything you've done, no matter your decision, I'ma back you like, no matter what. I don't know why. I know why, but I've been put in the middle. No, I'm
Oh, you have been put in the middle because you have a relationship with OTT. I don't blame you for being the spokesperson. That's whatever. But what I'm saying is, right?
That's what I care about.
I think, to me, this is what's very fucking strange to me, right? So we say we're doing this new version of Mandem. We're coming back on our gang shit, right? We're going to do this, we're going to do that. No, but not even that. We're going to get our operations back up and running. We're going to have a bit more of a backbone. You know, if people press us, we're going to press back. And then within a week of doing that, the first thing we decide to do is go and try and rebuild bridges with BSK and Russ, two gangs that have snitched to the cops. I'm just a bit unsure of, you know, what kind of mentality that is. I understand we want to build bridges, we want to do this, we want to do that. But why have we then decided to go and hold the pocket of the two gangs that have wronged us?
You misread the situation. This thing is not purely a Mandem BSK thing. This is more a Denzel and OTT to be past whatever shit has happened. He feels you've done him wrong. I don't think you have. He thinks
the thing is, Winston. No, Winston. I respect you a lot, and I know what you're saying. But just let me speak. I know you say it's not a Mandem and BSK thing, but Sparky stood there and said, "Oh well, you know, when they put a meth table on you and you got sent to jail, you weren't Mandem. So no. Like, for me to feel like it's not a Mandem thing now is completely asinine. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when that was said to me, it was very, very evident that the relationship that was wanted to be mended was between both gangs, and really, you know, a consideration for me wasn't taken into.
I think it's a little of both, but me personally, and I might be wrong.
No, you're doing it for the right reasons. I know you are.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of what you've said and how it's come across.
Having bad blood, having hate in your heart, no matter the reason, is not good. You feel me? That's the only thing. I don't want you.
No, I understand that.
Man. Like, in such a little time, you've proved to me so fucking much, man. Like, I'll die for you any second, man.
It's just no, absolutely. But I mean, my loyalty to you guys is undying as well. And that's it. But I'll be honest. I wouldn't be, you know, I wouldn't be honest if I stood here and said now I was feeling like during when that was first brought up, when the conversation I wasn't even spoke about previously, when the conversation was had behind my back. You know, meth, the word meth and them in the same sentence was chucked around and then quickly backtracked on when I questioned it. You know, like.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But
I'm just feel a bit like that's made me feel more of a way about this conversation than actually even speaking to OTT, because I'm kind of thinking, so why are we like, you know what I mean? So Rust were fucking tweeting out about a thing that, like, you know, affects us massively. All of us, and then we're you know, and then you know, like, so fuck them. Like Patar said fuck them, I say fuck them. Like, it's one of them.
Brother, fuck
like,
PSK too. I don't give a fuck. I just don't want this fucking hate in our hearts, man. That's all I care about. I know you have it. I know you can't be buddies with anybody. I've told you. He told me he wants to stand in front of you and say, yo, you know what, Denzel? My fucking bad. Let's move on. If anything comes from it, fine. If it doesn't, then at least I've come to amends. Because I don't want to be in the state where there's people in Los Santos that it's a very small town. We're gonna run into each other. It just feels bad to not being able to even be
the thing is, you say you have to run into each other, but I've managed to you know, not run into him for the past few months, and that's done me absolutely fine.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Like, I do understand it, and I really do. I don't have a problem with him. I have a problem of the narrative that he tried to spin to make me seem like a bad person when I left. Yes, the only thing
he still did that.
Yes, exactly. So you know what the thing is, Winston. You know what's really funny, right? Yeah. He says that, like, I took the money and then I sold the pillows to the gang, and, you know, I made money from it. No, I absolutely did, because he told me to do that. Because you also know what he did. He didn't pay for any of the pillows, and then he kept all the money from the shit that he sold. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, whatever I've done, whatever I have done wrong in his eyes in that gang, so is he.
I know. Trust me, I do know. I've been with him. I've been in your shoes. And that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, for two people to come, like, I don't think talking, going back on him saying you stole this and you saying no because you told me to sell it and I did, and I paid 100,000 to make 90,000 for myself. How did I steal? Yes, I did take the 90,000, but I put in the 100,000. You know what I mean?
So I was awake 18 hours a day, cooking meth on a fucking table, so BSK could have some fucking money, so we could have 100K in the gang account. You know what I'm saying? That the person that is now, like, fucking I'm not really sure what his position is within the group, like, is somebody that I recruited. You know what I'm saying? So, like, people, like, they're fucking delusional as a gang. If they think I left them and expected any ill will. I didn't take a single penny when I left. Everything that I left with was mine. And it's just a very you know, at the end of the day, you gotta reap what you sow. They've sowed this shitty narrative. Yeah. So unfortunately, you know.
Can I ask you this though?
What?
Would you be willing to meet OTT? He's gonna say, Denzel, my bad, let's move on. And you're gonna say, yo, OTT, my bad, let's move on. And then from there we say, look, we don't have to speak to each other for at least a month or two. And if we ever speak, then we speak. If not, then so be it. At least the bad blood has been dealt with.
No, because has the bad blood been dealt with at that point? No more
interactions with them. Brother, let's do that one thing where you guys talk to each other and say that, and then we move on and we never talk with them ever again.
No, because the thing is, that isn't squashing the bad blood though, is it? You know?
It is.
It's not for me. That doesn't do anything.
So you need to talk to him regarding all this.
I just want to, like, it would be nice to understand. I understand he felt betrayed because I left, because me and him were like brothers. I do understand that. You know, but the problem is what I don't understand is the multiple conversations we'd had regarding to, like, our last try. You know what I mean? If this doesn't work, you know, I'm done. He was saying the same thing to me, all this kind of stuff. And then when I had finally had enough, though, why then is it a big hate crusade against me? You know, why couldn't he just?
He lost his strongest man.
No, I understand that.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
he's in the wrong here.
I wanted to leave BSK, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I didn't necessarily want to leave him. Like, that wasn't, and that's what I told him.
Yeah.
But then the way that he decided to conduct himself afterwards is on him.
Yeah.
Regardless
he
of...
he said this yesterday. Denzel tried to get a foot into the mandem, and the second he realized the foot is kind of in, and he has an opportunity, that's when he decided to leave. He didn't want to leave before he had something else to go to, something like that. I don't know, like...
Winston, I've not even fucking spoke to the mandem before I left BSK.
And I said, you're fucking wrong, OTT. That's not what happened. So he thinks, and you think, that's why I think, look...
No, but I don't think. I know the truth.
Exactly. No, I'm saying other things, like...
the only thing I had was knowledge when I left BSK, right?
Yeah.
And I took it to a group, but yeah, I knew Patar, but I took it to a group that I knew may have not had that knowledge. You know, I shared with them what I had.
If you're not comfortable, and if it's not in your will to have this conversation, then fuck OTT, man. Who the fuck is he? You feel me?
Yeah, no, I understand that. I'm just a bit, I'm just very confused, like, about just the whole thing. I personally, like, you know, if he knows I'm in jail and you're reaching out to have conversations when you know I'm locked up, to me that's I don't know, not the one.
Yeah, I wouldn't deep it, but maybe there's some truth to that. I told him too, why though, you know? And he's like, the GSF thing made me realize something. His boys of the GSF, the BSK said, the OTT said, Dex, I don't want to be a Dex, because Dex is holding back the gang because of his personal feelings, you know? Like, his boys are getting clapped, and while he's getting clapped from the left, he goes and starts a war on the right, and that's Dex's fault. I don't want to be another Dex. I don't want to hold back BSK from relationships with others or have bad blood with others. I want to be a bigger man. I want to have love in the heart and not be animosity, and be able to talk to somebody or being at the same block as somebody, and that person doesn't run away because he's afraid I'm gonna scream at him or whatever. I just don't want that no more.
I don't run away because I'm afraid of him. I'm running away because I just don't want to deal with it.
Like the dispute, you know.
I don't have time for people like that. You know what I'm saying?
I told him I don't fucking blame him. You know, like, of course.
I just don't have time for liars. You know, that's literally it.
He wants to avoid you, and I don't blame him. You know.
Where's JB?
He's coming.
So what I said was, look, I can't, I have no speak in this.
Go over there.
You said what you wanted to say to me about this whole thing. I'm going to go talk to Denzel tomorrow when I wake up. I'm going to tell him this is this and that. There's an opportunity for you guys to meet face to face. But I told him, he said, I'll give you my word on our fucking friendship from years ago that I will not be heated. Yeah. If we have that conversation, I promise you, if it doesn't go the way he wants or I want, and if we decide like this is not gonna solve anything, we just go our separate ways, and at least I tried.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, like I said, maybe he's changed, because I found out something very interesting the other day from a member of MG.
What's up?
So BSK members that were in the gang when I was there, right? Yeah. An OG like me, right? He left because he just couldn't hack it, you know. He liked everything to go his own way, and if anybody questioned him, he just threw his toys out the pram. So he ended up leaving. Yeah. Nobody saw him for like 12 months. When he came back to Los Santos, he was wearing blues in Marabuntas, right?
Holy shit.
Then we go to war with them. Obviously, they smoke us because yeah, he's a shooter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They start spitting on our bodies, talking about how you know, OTT was a shit leader, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I spoke to a member of MG a couple of days ago. He said that that guy was made the leader of MG. Then also just went to sleep, or just wasn't around, didn't wake up for another 12 months, and now he's woke back up and he's back in BSK.
Huh.
So he's obviously changed his mind about floppers and all that kind of stuff. Then maybe, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you're smart. I don't think you let your emotions take overhand.
No, I am smart, Winston, but you want me to be honest, truth? I don't need them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't, and I don't need for them to, I don't care if they hate me. Yeah. I don't give a fuck if they want to kill me. I don't care. I really don't. He wants to do this so his gang doesn't whatever. That's fine. I don't care.
To you, though.
You know,
I don't give a fuck either. I just think bad blood is a bad thing.
It is a bad thing, but I think that's the thing that's been motivating me all this time. I mean, look where I am now in comparison to where I was.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be honest, you know, their hatred has only fueled me to succeed.
Yeah, I feel you.
And, you know, if maybe without that hatred, I wouldn't be the person that I am today. But when I come out of this place, there's going
I don't
to...
think hatred has for. I think love and being like legit, genuine as you are has put you in this position. I wouldn't say hate has.
Yeah, to a certain degree. No, I would agree with you absolutely. I mean, I've never been
Yeah,
part of a gang like this, and that's why it means
yeah,
so much to me. And that's why
yeah,
when I hear that people are
Simon over
disrespecting,
here. Simon over
you
here.
know, and doing things to Batar,
yeah.
it really fucks
We're
me
the
off.
same. We're the same. We have the same mentality when it comes to that. And James Malden has to, Ved has to, Shankil has to. It's just a certain thing that I'm not saying that they're doing that because they're lesser than us when it comes to gang. I'm just saying they're different. There's people in the gang that are different, that treat hierarchy and things not the same way we do.
Yeah,
You feel me? Because we're schooled that way.
yeah.
We're
I'm
built
just
that way.
I'm just curious to why now, and I'll be honest, I can't help but feel it's a bit like what do they want? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wish it wasn't. And I know, I'll be honest, I understand people. It's easy to talk bad on OTT and BSK. It really is. You know what I mean? And I'll be honest, it's something
and he
that
said, listen to this. This is
Mhm.
important. He said, I said, why now, OTT? Like, you look, I'm sticking out my foot for you because of our past history, but don't for a second think I would choose anything else than Denzel. I won't stand here and let you talk shit and things. I'm here to hear you out. If you talk shit, I'm gonna walk out the door because Denzel is my fucking brother and I'll die for him. Even if you hate me for loving him, I'm gonna love him so fucking much. And he said, no, I don't hate you for loving. And I said, listen, what do you like, what do you have, like, if on our friendship from back in the days, we're not friends now, but back in the days we've done a lot together, we have history, you know me and I know you, would you swear on that this is not a thing like in the back of your head, like, are you trying something, like, be honest? I don't think you would do that to me or to us or to anybody, but I want you to be honest, what's in it for you, you know? And he said, listen, I already know about your met lab, I know about where he keeps it, I know about you're sharing it with Hydra. I know the location. He said he knew everything regarding it, and he wanted to fuck us over. He could have done that 10 times over. He said, we've never been as strong as we are now. If I wanted to fuck with you and try to take it, I would have. That's not the case. I don't want that. I truly want to mend this thing because I think we should go past that. You know, he said, yeah, I realized things with the thing with the decks, and I want to make amends with Denzel, and that's it. If anything comes from it, perfect. If not, perfect anyway. Then at least I tried. That's what he told me.
Hey, Denzel.
Hey Divine, how you doing, brother?
Doing good. Thanks for getting that shit to that person for me.
Yeah, did you manage to? I'll be honest, I wasn't. I was really
got
need
it.
to go
I
to
got
sleep,
it. I
yeah.
got it. Yeah. So I appreciate it.
I'll be honest, I've got I leave tomorrow, so yeah. If you need anything before I leave, just be sure to hit me up. Oh, you know, you gave me them. You gave me them chemicals on my first kind of first year in.
Yeah.
There you go. That might help pass the time.
I appreciate it. You yeah. If you I mean, if you leave, if you got anything you're looking to pass on to people, I could also pass it off to certain people for you too. All
Yeah,
right?
perfect. No, I appreciate that, brother.
All right, you stay safe.
Okay. Oh, I've got prison friends now.
Yeah. Where's your head at?
In regards to what?
In regards to talk it out with him.
I'll be honest, there's a lot going on in my head right now. Like I know, like I'm locked up in here. He's telling me like Patar is fucking pretty much on vacation from the gang because of fuck shit that happened yesterday. And then now we're having a conversation about it. I get it. It's not you, and I understand you've come here. Like if you know what I mean. You've come here with best intentions, or you wouldn't have. No, yeah. No, absolutely. You wouldn't have come here at all if you didn't want it to be a positive. I understand that.
This is my take on it.
Do you want me to be honest, right? I will make amends, and this is what I will say, and I will say this to everybody before anything even happens, right?
Can I say something before you start that whole thing?
No, it's very short.
Okay.
I do not trust them, and there will be 100% a hidden agenda.
Yeah. Can I say something? if you have a slight thing that you no, I don't want to talk to him, then you shouldn't, man. You feel me? And you going and talk to him is not forgiving him for what he did to you or try to. This is I don't know, man. I just hate bad blood. It's just not in my nature, to keep grudges for that long. But that's just me, and that doesn't mean it's something wrong if you never don't want to speak to him ever again. Because if you weren't, I would fucking understand. He's talked so much shit about you, man.
I don't
But
really. I'll be honest. I don't really care what
when
he's.
is enough? When is like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna be the better man. I'm gonna see him face to face. I'm gonna tell him, you know what, OTT, my bad, man. Let's move on.
The problem
And
is,
that's it.
I don't need to make amends with OTT to be the better man. You know what I mean? I already am.
No, I didn't mean it like that. Kind of I don't know. No, it doesn't make you a lesser man if you don't if you decide not to do it. Here's my problem. Being put in this position, it seems like I want a relationship with BSK, which is, brother, I couldn't care less. If you amends with him or not, I couldn't fucking care less. When OTT called me yesterday, knowing what I know now and position I've been put in, I would have said, yo, talk to somebody else, man. Because this is not on me. But I do care for you, and I don't want you to have hate in your heart.
It's
but if
just
you feel like that hate is never gonna go
no,
away,
it's not. It's not. I don't even hate him now. I'll be honest. The only thing like I say, when you've been so close to somebody for so long, Winston, you know exactly how they are.
Yeah.
And I would love to think, this wasn't for a reason. Why else would you randomly reach out? Probably the gang in the city that you have the reason to most to dislike. Like, what, we don't provide them with anything.
I said that too. You don't need us. We don't need you. Why now? And then it was like, oh, you do actually need me. You need us. In a way. I said, he's like, we don't need no business from the north side, but you guys need things from the south side. I could say that you're not welcome to our parking spot and things like that, but I would not. I don't want to do that. Things like that. It was like pushing and like, yeah. He was very cordial, though. I'm gonna say that he was. My POV, and I'm probably naive, but it seemed like he wanted to make an amends. If there's a hidden agenda, I'm 80% sure there is a hidden agenda there. Yes, I am. Can it be beneficial for us? Probably. Is it worth it? I don't know. That's up to you, brother. The ball is 100% in your court. I will back whatever you do. If I were in your shoes, I would probably say fuck OTT because what he did to you. I probably would have. So don't think I'm here to try to convince you to talk to OTT. That's not why I'm here. And that's
yeah. The thing is, you've been put in a how do we say it? You've been put in the position of dealing with all this, even though you weren't the person that initiated it happening in the first place.
Yeah.
So I do appreciate you coming and having a chat with me. I think yeah, it's just
don't listen to me or anything surrounding you. Listen to your heart and what Denzel wants to do, and then go stick with it.
It's gonna take
do whatever you think is the best for the mandem.
Yeah, I mean the problem.
No, then you do the right decision.
Oh, absolutely.
Do whatever you think is the best for the mandem in the long run.
There's a lot of people in. The thing is, there's a lot of people in BSK that that still fuck with me, and I still fuck with. Obviously, they're not allowed to fuck with me. You know what I mean? Because
of course not.
Just because of the way that it is. There'll be a lot of newer members, that will have had their minds polluted in regards to what I did, what I didn't do. People that I've never met, that will have an undying, burning hatred for me. But I think one thing that you can say is, since I've been in this gang, have I tried to sway anybody's mind into disliking BSK or OTT? Absolutely not.
No, I said that.
Do I ever speak about him unless he's brought up to me?
He talked so much shit about me. I said he hasn't said shit about you, man. Other than placing the things on you that you did, and I don't fault him for that. Fuck doing things like that. He doesn't care about you.
Mm. The thing is as well,
he doesn't
right?
take time out of your day to spew things upon you. He doesn't do that.
Yeah, like I mean, I never shit talked them unless it was kind of given to me. I've never entertained anything on Twitter. I've never,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
dissed or anything like that, because at the end of the day, it just isn't. I have no business there. It doesn't benefit me doing that. I don't need to prove any points to, you know, a Southside gang that I used to be second in command of.
I know. Yeah, I know.
But we know what we have. We know what we hold, and we know how significant of an ally we can be, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying BSK on good allies to have. Like, I will be probably one of the only people in the city.
They can't do shit
No,
for
no.
us.
But it's not even that. I'll be probably one of the only people in the city to stand there and say BSK are good people. But there's a lot of misunderstood people in that gang. You know, that get indirectly shit on just because they wear red.
Yeah.
But for then, so this is what, you know what I think the way it all comes down to, Winston. So BSK always got shat on. You know, we always got shit talked and all this kind of stuff. And people,
but it's because OTT's actions.
No, I know, I understand that.
Yeah.
But people didn't like it. People got upset by it. You know, it used to really bother OTT. It used to bother everybody in the gang. Okay.
Which one? That people talk shit about?
Yeah. And they said things and they spread fake rumors and lies. You know what I mean? So why then, when your second in command leaves, do you then try and do the exact same thing to him that you hate happening to you so much? Why?
That's why you need to talk to him about it. And I know what he's gonna say. He's gonna say, I helped you. I put you in second of command. I did this for you. I made you somebody. I did this. I did that for you. Blah blah blah. I know how he works.
I mean, the only reason I was somebody when I left BSK is because of me, not because I was second in command of BSK. I'll be honest. You could have, you could have put me fucking second in command of fucking Dodo, and it would have been more beneficial to my reputation. I'm sorry, but it's just a fact. At the time when I left BSK,
no, don't apologize.
It was in the mud.
On this, brother. I'm literally not standing beside you. I'm holding you back. You feel me? Like, I'm on you. Whatever you decide, I back it 1,000 fucking percent, brother. I don't want it to seem like I'm not.
No, but what I'm saying is, back then the reputation was that far down. It wasn't really a favor to me to be in that position. Like, and then to say it like it's a favor, like I didn't fucking do everything that I could for that fucking gang, is an absolute madness. Like, the majority of the members that are still there to this day were like integrated and brought in by me.
So this is the thing, brother. If it goes back and forth, I feel like he's gonna be heated. You're gonna be heated.
I'm not even gonna be heated. I'm gonna speak to him like this. I don't need to shout and scream.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying. That's why I told him as well, because I know how he works. I was like, look, if you guys come together, it doesn't have to be that you fucking hug each other and kiss and make up. Just say, yo, you know what, OTT? My bad. Let's move on. And he says, yo, no, you know what, Denzel? No, my bad. Let's move on. And that's the end of it. You know, whatever happens later, if nothing comes out of it, at least you guys did that kind of amends. You feel me? That's what I told him when he started talking about like trying to make an amends and things.
But what I also don't understand is, like, he came and had a conversation about the ballers with me like the other month, and that was cordial, that was normal. So I don't really understand.
Cops to like safety, and he's getting.
I didn't know about that.
You know, like, I don't understand how. Did I want to have the conversation? No, because I thought it was going to be the same old same. But actually, you know, he managed to maintain a level head, and we actually had a reasonable conversation.
Yeah. So what you think? Is it worth speaking to him or no?
I mean, I'll have a think on it for a little bit, and then when I get out of here, I'll make the decision. Like I say, I don't. The thing is, it's very hard for me to care because I don't actually hate or dislike any of them.
Yeah. Then why do you have to think about amending? Why not just do it? Or why not say no? Because I don't care enough.
You probably don't know about T.
Because then at the same time, why would I not say yes because I don't care enough?
Yeah, but I mean,
Second.
no.
Hello,
Well, you're different because Adam hates you.
Denzel?
Yes, hello, what's up?
I just wanted to call you and tell you and give you some feedback about your store. You're fucking slacking. You got no coffee. We need our morning coffee,
yes,
lad.
Yeah, it'll be back from tomorrow.
Yeah, all right then. No worries,
Okay.
mate. All right, goodbye.
I don't believe that for some reason.
No, it's really true. I told him that it makes me happy and it makes me
Um,
sad that he keeps ruining the one thing in my life.
Have I done anything wrong? Be honest. Like, don't be a yes man.
Why have you done anything wrong?
I don't know. I just don't want you to see like. Why
Who was
the
at
fuck
who
did
was
you
at the
do that?
conversation? Who went to the conversation?
Me, Shankil, and Ved.
Anymore because
They're all with me. Exactly the same mentality I have. They're also like,
And where was Patar at this time? Had he already left?
yeah. He was
Right.
up the mountains. He didn't respond. Nothing. Moses went with T. He disappeared. Nobody answered. Matt and James went to do things with Solomon. So we stood at the block.
I'll be honest. I
and then he
want to.
called me.
I think the main reason is I want to speak to Patar before I make
Yeah.
any decision because I'm not a selfish person. If we have a discussion, deem that it is beneficial for that, and it, you know what I mean, for the mandem as a whole. Because I personally don't see any benefit for myself. But at the same time, you know, what's the point? What's the point putting energy into? I mean, it's not even a grudge. You know, it genuinely isn't because I don't know whether he. I don't know whether he gets frustrated about the situation. Maybe it does affect him. But me staying away from him is just my way of, you know, that doesn't
Yeah.
bother me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not here. No, I'm not
I
here.
feel you.
None of you see me here. This isn't.
We'll talk
canon.
about it. We'll talk about it.
Hmm.
Thing is, we don't know when Patar is back or if he's even back yet.
Yeah, I'll speak to Patar. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll be able to speak to Patar. But no, I appreciate you coming up and filling me in, Winston.
You don't think I've done anything wrong at all?
Why?
Be honest.
I mean, you've had a conversation with OTT. I mean, why is that wrong? You
Like,
didn't, and do I think the way the whole thing had gone about in regards to rebuilding the bridge? Do I think that was gone about wrong? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do I think that this conversation? Do I think if you led that in the first place, do I think you'd have had a conversation with me first? Absolutely.
Yeah.
The way that
because remember when I said that I had thoughts about going to OTT and talk to him and try to mend this thing because I know him, right? And you said, I'm think about it. And you haven't given me an answer. So that's why I feel kind of guilty, you know?
yeah, I mean, the whole way this was gone about, I'll be honest, left a bit of a bad taste in my mouth when you know, it was the reason I shouldn't be upset about this is because what OTT did to me was when I wasn't mandem. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be honest, using that as a reasoning.
I didn't say that.
No, you didn't, but somebody else did.
Oh. And then James and Matthew were angry at me and like, why are you talking to them? We said in the meeting when Denzel was there that nobody talks to them. I was like, brother, if me and OTT has something to say to each other, I'm gonna talk to him. Like, nobody is forbidden me to talk to him. You know, like I haven't changed anything. I told them I can't do anything, but I'll talk to Denzel and say what you said, and then it's up to him. Nothing has changed. I'm not wrong in that, am I?
I mean, I didn't remember us making a decision to, you know, not speak to him. To be honest, I didn't realize that had been said. I mean, I don't give a fuck. If people want to speak to OTT, feel free to go and speak to OTT. I don't give a fuck.
I have no.
But
The
when
only reason I talk to him is for you.
But I'll be honest, trying to rebuild a bridge with a gang around a member that people hate isn't my kind of business that I want to do, because I would never want somebody as part of my family to feel that fucking excluded and disrespected.
And as I said, it's not for a relationship to do things. It's just to try to mend the bad blood.
Mm-hmm. But you have the right intention. You're doing you're trying to do the right thing.
I am, because I care for you. Nobody else. I mean the gang, of course, but I mean outside of it, I don't care about OTT. Do I wish that people are cordial? Yes, but sometimes people do things that is irreversible. You feel me?
Yeah, like I said,
Like-
I'll be honest.
Like I go kill somebody's cat. The owner of it might think, well, you killed my cat. I can never forgive you.
Mm.
You know. So,
No, and I'm not saying that that's. I'm not saying it's a no, but I just need to speak to. I need to have a conversation with Patel first,
yeah, I get that.
and then.
You need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Like I say, tomorrow
Hurry up,
I'm.
speed up.
It's been a quick 5 years. You know what I mean? I've done 4 years and 364 days.
No,
I'm out tomorrow.
can't wait for you to be out, brother. We miss you.
Just remember, like I say, there's a lot of people with hidden agendas
Where?
in Los Santos.
Within the mandem?
No, within Los Santos, just to, like not within our family. I mean, I think I'd like to think we're all I'd like to think we're all on the same page, but you know, sometimes the actions say different
and brother,
things.
even if you make amends, that doesn't mean okay, now we're business partners. You feel me?
No,
Fuck
absolutely.
that. I think we should never, in my opinion, we should never do anything business related with BSK ever. We can stay cordial with them. Fuck the bad blood, that's in the past, but I don't think we should ever work with them ever. That's my opinion, because of what they did. And somebody talking with the pig affairs, setting people up and snitching, man, that's an X for me for life. That's not why we're doing this. We don't need anything from
Winston,
BSK.
do you want to know the funniest thing, right?
Yeah.
When they planted that table on me and they brought me into the police cells and they knew it was a setup and obviously they knew I was in BSK, they started asking me all about their car wash, all this kind of stuff, like what do they do in the parking garage, all this kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
I could have fucking aired out all of their shit. I could have shut BSK down.
You're not,
you know?
You're not built that way.
Okay, whatever. Okay.
But even what they did to me, and I didn't say a fucking word.
Yeah, respect.
So I think sometimes, you know, they need to. Yeah, they might be. It might have made up some stuff that he thinks that I've done, but trust me, I could have fucking blown up the gang from the outside.
Yeah, I feel you. I got a dip.